Hey friends, and welcome back to the India and Stuff show, the only show on the internet where we talk about nothing, and yet somehow we end up talking about quite literally everything. I am here in my closet. In my closet room, I should say. The way our house is, we have like the master suite, which is very racially charged. So I think they're calling it like the guest bedroom. No, the owner's quarters, whatever they call it now. That room that has like the giant bathroom and the big giant closet for like a couple who owns a house, that's on the first floor. And so there's no windows. It's like a whole thing. And so my husband uses that for his office. So our bedroom is on the upstairs, but there's no like closet with space, and I don't want to go like up and down every morning to like get dressed, so that's weird. So we have two guest rooms. We are very blessed to have a house with two guest rooms. So one I turned into my closet, and so we're standing inside my closet today next to my wardrobe, and I'll spin you around so you can see the rest of it. My actual closet with doors, and then this little IKEA closet that I'll explain in a moment. But yeah, I'm coming to you live today from my closet to basically just do a whole switcheroo. It's time to switch up our clothes for the season, and I'm ready. I'm ready to do it. I'm in my fall casual clothes today. Though the thing is, it's already early October and it's like 78 degrees today. I'm coming to you from the Midwest, from Ohio specifically, so we don't know if any of my sweaters will ever get worn this winter because of climate change. But whatever. We're not talking about her. We're mostly going to talk about switching up our wardrobe for the season and funsies. I think I'm going to make this just a YouTube only episode. This is like my little bonus for my YouTube crowd as a thank you for following and subscribing, liking, yada yada, whatever. Do all that stuff, that's great. But if you don't listen to my weekly podcast, now's your time to hop on that train. But if you're just a YouTube fan, thanks for being here. This episode's just for freaking you. So before we dive in though, I want to kind of just chat about something very weird that happened to me today. We went on a date, which was not the weird part. We had fun. We did like a midday Topgolf because apparently it's like way cheaper than going at the end of the day. And I had never golfed before, like really golfed. I played like putt-putt, but it's not the same thing. I actually did a pretty good job. It was pretty fun. But before that, we were doing some work and I got an email across my desk that was interesting. I do this, right? I do podcasts, I do my social media channels a little bit, and I do acting. So when you do that combination of things, you can usually work with brands once in a while if you want to. You don't have to do any of that. I'm just, that's something that I like to do. It's a little extra cash and it's a lot of fun. I'm also going to keep my hair up. I think that just looks cooler with this hat. Should have started that way. Now the internet doesn't think I'm cool. That's not going to say. It's fine. But anyway, you can, on occasion, book some brand deals and do work with brands. What is very important as an online creator is getting paid for all your time, effort, and talent that you're putting in to creating basically advertisements for these companies that usually have huge, mega, monolith budgets for advertising. Are you tracking? Traditionally, like pre-social media, these companies would spend large amounts of money paying ad agencies to create billboards and print ads and magazine ads. And that was how things were done. Social media enters the picture and things are still kind of done that way, but now the emphasis is user to user or user generated content ads. Any way that you can have a regular person endorse a product and kind of influence another regular person to use that product. The main reason that this works is this concept called social proof, and now I'm sounding really nerdy, but it's true. If someone basically is giving you a 5-star review to your face and saying, hey, you have this problem, well, guess what? I tried this product and it solved that problem for me. Maybe it'll solve it for you. It feels more genuine of a recommendation than if the main, company just said, you should buy our product and here's why. A great example, if Nike says, you should buy our product, please do it. You really should. Just do it. Buy it. Thanks. that's one thing. But if LeBron James says, hey, I'm an athlete, Nike helps me get there, just do it, buy our product, you're already like, ooh, I want to be cool like LeBron James. That's a little celebrity endorsement. So there's like another level of social proof, but then it goes, take it a step even further. Say you're scrolling on TikTok or Instagram and some girl is standing there in a cute workout outfit and she's maybe a little more of like a normal body type, not extremely fit. And she goes, listen, I was super scared to go to this Pilates class. I've never been before and I'm a little nervous, but I have these health goals and one of mine is to just move my body more. It doesn't matter what I look like exactly or the number on the scale, but I really just want to motivate myself to move. And I was nervous about what kind of workout clothes I would go and what the atmosphere would be like. I bought this Nike tracksuit and I love the way that it fits my body. It hugs in all the right places and I felt really, really confident walking into this Pilates class. Plus, I loved it. And guess what? Nike's having a sale right now. This is the outfit I'm in. This is the link to it. You get 10% off using my affiliate code. You guys should go check it out. What would you do if you were scrolling through TikTok and you had that same problem and you were like, I want to feel confident going to a workout class. I resonate with her body type. I really want to feel like I'm wearing clothes that I can get behind the fabric and know it's going to be sweat proof and I love the way, whatever, right? This is not endorsed by Nike, by the way, but hey, you know, if y'all want to support me, I'll support you too. But that's just kind of like how things are done in the creator world. And there's a whole market for that. There's a whole bunch of influencers, many of which I know personally, who make their livelihood off of making videos like that. Big brands will approach them and say, you've got a really strong following on TikTok or Instagram. We'd like to pay you $10,000 to make an ad endorsing our products. We'll send you the products for free, make a series of ads, post them. You know, that's how things are done right now. Granted, I have never gotten a brand deal that large, but I have gotten pretty significant offers. And I'm going to spill the tea for you today on what happened that made me uncomfortable. So I had a brand that I've been working with for a couple years now, actually. They pay decently well, and to me, that's like $700 to $1,000 for a couple iPhone-made videos and a couple hours worth of like scripting and recording. So it's nothing extremely amazing paycheck-wise, but it's a brand that I've used before. It's actually, well, I shouldn't say that. It's a brand that I've used before, and so I can get behind it. And I'm like, yeah, no, I actually recommend this brand, so I feel confident recommending this to others, and I can do, I can make content with them and feel confident that I'm not like just reading a script or something. I've actually used it, and I'm okay with it. So we're working on a current pitch with them. I'm working on a couple videos for this month. And they said, hey, thanks so much for the concepts. By the way, we have a separate project we're interested if you want to work on. And so instantly my ears are perked and I'm going, yes, I want to hear about your second concept. And they go, the pay is $1,000 for one video. And so instantly I'm like, where are you going? One iPhone video, I can do that. And they're like, you don't have to post it. We would have like 2 to 3 months of licensing and usage rights. So I'm like thinking, okay, I like what I'm hearing. One video that I don't have to post for $1,000. It might take maybe 2 hours of my time, 3 hours if it's more complicated. And I know this brand, it's something I could just do in the comfort of my own home. So I'm like, okay, where's the catch? And then they said, you'd be working with this new software called Icon. And it's AI-based software. Click here to learn more. So again, I've trusted this brand for a while. I've worked with them for a while. And so I click on the link that they sent me to see what this software was. And I don't want to be a fearmonger, but I'm very uncomfortable. I click on this link and the software, the presentation of the software is good. And I watch the, how does it work video. I'm like, how am I going to be making one video but getting $1,000? Tell me what's happening. And here's the premise, guys. Basically, you as a content creator make one video, just like I'm doing right now. You would say the line, say a line, and say, hi, my name's India, and I recommend blah, blah, blah. And then that's it. And then this software, Icon, is an AI-based software. It takes that one video that you made, it studies your face, your voice, your likeness, your background, and instantly makes 20 duplicated videos that you can then, as a user, go in and change what the person says the tone that they say it in and the speed in which they say it. What in the iRobot? So if I literally, India, only says, hi, I'm India, you can duplicate that and eventually type in, hi, I'm Sandra, and I really think you should eat Nike's brand new workout powder. Like, they can make you say stuff that you did not say and do things with your hands that you did not do. It's AI generated you. And so I watched the video and I saw what it was about, and it was like, yeah, you make the one video and then this brand's going to duplicate it 20 times, making it say and do whatever they want, and then they get to use all 20 of those videos. Now, I will say, the one thing that gave me a sliver of hope was they were like, you get to approve the video before it goes out in the world. So if you don't like what they're making you say or do, your AI generated self can say or do, you can say, no, I'm not comfortable with that, or that doesn't feel like authentic to me. But, you guys, I am not okay with it. Absolutely not okay with it. And here's why. To me, even though it would take me more time and maybe that brand more time to go back and forth on a script and, you know, my time setting things up, recording the shots, giving them back, I would rather have autonomy and control over how and what and when I'm being presented on the internet than trusting some AI service to duplicate my likeness and decide for me how my mouth moves and my hands move and when I would inflex my voice and when I would go really low and slow. I'm sorry, that to me is erasing humanity. Now, as a content creator myself and someone who does brand deals once in a while, as an actress who works with agencies and brands to do commercials, I find this very concerning because we can instantly cut out the creators or the actors' time and effort by saying, no, our AI software can just duplicate it. You can just do a one take and then go home and get paid your 1 hour rate rather than your full day rate to then just go home. Again, when it comes to technology and AI, why are we not using this software to solve cancer, to cure diseases? And instead, we're saying, let's cut out art. Let's cut out creatives. Let's cut out humanity. Let's cut the actor. I'm so not okay with it. I don't know. Creators, what do you think? If you are someone who's on the internet, if you're an influencer, creative, whatever, like, what do you think about this stuff? Because I, for one, I'm not cool with it. Now, there is a counter case to be said about, hey, if you're filming a movie and they're using CGI, what's the difference? And I was just thinking about that concept and I was like, the difference is it's a movie and you know there's going to be potentially CGI. That is used to entertain. There's so much more legality to saying, I give Warner Brothers my rights to use my voice, my face, my likeness in any way, blah, 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 as I portray a character. It's entertainment and you're playing a character, not yourself. So I feel uncomfortable about the ethics of having myself be surrendered to whatever a brand wants to say. Granted, again, I get that final stamp of approval, but I would much rather feel more like me and get to record that video every time they want it and do another take and another take versus know that some software and some robot duplicated my likeness. And then I know it's more efficient. It just isn't more ethical. And I don't like it. So I got the heebie-jeebies from that one, not gonna lie. And I politely told them, hey, like, I appreciate the offer. $1,000 to make one video that might take me less than 20, 30 minutes is really appealing, but unfortunately I'm not okay with the ethics of this right now. The other thing is I don't know what that software would do with my likeness afterwards. Sure, it might, like, you know, I have control over saying yes or no to the actual individual videos, but that software might have my likeness, image, voice on a file. And who's to say, you know, in their terms and conditions, they might say like, hey, we're going to be able to have this in our database. We're going to study your face, the way you move your hand, the way you talk, the way that your eyes move, the way that your voice is, and use it whenever we want. That's a little creepy. You know what I mean? And I just wonder how many creators are just like saying, yeah, sure, I'll take a paycheck. And like, oh, and then there's the ethics of that. Like, I don't even want to judge anyone who's saying yes to that, because we do live in such an inflated economy right now, especially in the West, where you are struggling with all these capitalistic ideas, and we need a paycheck whenever we can get it, especially if you're an artist and you're just trying to keep the heartbeat of America alive. So anyway, that was my current thing. What do you think? Did I do the right thing by saying no? Because I feel like I did, at least right now. Maybe times will change. Maybe there'll be more, practices in place and legalities that make me feel more comfortable with it down the road. But for now, good gravy. Can I just stay a child of God and a human, and we not stamp out the identity of people? Like, come on. So, I said no to that project today. But we aren't going to talk about that. We need to do something fun. We're not going to think about it. We're not going to think about how it's only 2024. And AI just kind of freaks me out more than it feels like a helpful tool. And I don't even want to think about what our kids in the future, like, we don't even have kids. And so let's say we do in a few years, by the time they're 16, like 20 years down the line from now, 2044, if AI is this creepy and scary and unnerving now, I don't want to like tote around a fear mongering atmosphere, but like, I am a little sad to think about what's to come. So anyway, hey, again, if you don't listen to my podcast, this is a preview of the kind of stuff I talk about there. It's a lot of everything and a little bit of nothing too. But we're going to do something fun. We're going to flip my closet. And as I do it, I'm just going to pull out pieces that I'm really excited to wear this fall. And we're just kind of chat about fall fashion. Does that sound less scary? Because guess what? Humans get dressed up and robots do not. Robots do not. So let's talk about it. Here we go. Starting with the classic white sweater. I'm not going to lie to you. My husband pokes fun at how many white sweaters I have, and I have them all for good reasons. To be fair, I, again, don't support overconsumption. I'm not a, fast fashion girl. So I feel okay that I've sourced almost every single one, if not every single one of my white sweaters from secondhand stores. That makes it okay, right? So this one is actually from H&M. I thrifted it last fall, brand new with tags. It's in perfect condition. I've worn it a number of times. I haven't washed it, so she might be smelly. But I don't wash them, and I try to wear underlayer shirts so I can keep it going as long as possible because it does last a little longer. She's beautiful. And who's the guy? Billy Crystal, right? From When Harry Met Sally. His style, surprisingly, he's like a fashion icon in that movie. The white sweater, the cable knit sweater with jeans, and then these kind of shoes. That is a vibe. That is such a cute look, and I love it. So definitely this is going to be in my rotation this fall, this winter. The other thing I like about this one specifically is how thin it is, but it's still very warm. It's a wool blend, I think. So we've got wait, let me see. I can't tell. Maybe I took off that tag. But it is still warm and thick without being so big and puffy of a knit that I couldn't slide on a jacket or something. And especially in the fall, you want it to be that happy medium. Right, another sweater that I am excited to wear is this American Eagle cardigan. Now, again, you already know what I'm going to say. I thrifted this, woohoo, but it's something that I really like because of the fit. So if you were going to buy this new from American Eagle, I think I bought a lot of those boxy, oversized sweaters for a long time, and I have a number of them that I'll wear. But the difference, I think, is when you're wearing something so big and oversized, it really feels like cuddle it on the couch and not necessarily feeling feminine. And when you're in all the layers in the winter, it's nice to still feel feminine. So this one is very flattering for a female figure. You could wear it with a collared shirt underneath. You could wear it with a high neck shirt, a tube top, and leave it open, a cami, or you could just wear it as it is and button it up. Why is the light changing so much? It's fine. This is a chocolatey brown color. I really like it. I recommend this sweater. India stamps this sweater 2 thumbs up. Geek. Now, depending on what you do, who you are, and what your fashion goals are, I think that these shirts, button down, a classic crisp button down, should kind of always be in the rotation. But I will say for me specifically, I really loved a button down shirt this past year, probably year and a half. I've really made this a closet staple. This one I thrifted, of course, but it's from Zara. I like the little pattern on the bottom, just kind of fun and different. For winter, this would be great to layer. So obviously if it's like a little bit of a warmer day or you're just hanging out inside in a heated area, you could easily just wear this with like jeans, leggings, maybe linen pants. You could do it buttoned, half buttoned, off the shoulder, again with a tank top or a cami underneath it. Very cute, very just like simple, but still very pretty, right? Like this feels, it's also silk. I'm pretty sure it's just like silk, very silky. So it's also something you can just wear like, I don't know, on days where you want to still look fancy, but you don't want to have to like be in uncomfortably, fancy clothes all day. This one I also thrifted. This is from the brand Alfred Dunner. I think it's like actual vintage. Unsure. TBD. I don't know how to describe the texture of this one. It's like, can you see that? Maybe. It's like kind of a papery texture, but it's genuinely comfortable. It kind of feels like a paper towel, like in a good way. I don't know. It's embroidered, which I love. It's like really embroidered, so it's not just like a little iron-on patch, and the buttons are pretty cute. There's something about real vintage, guys. It's very pretty. And if I'm wrong and this isn't actually vintage, then phooey on me. I love this one. I've worn this recently to get some like professional headshots in. I like the way this looks. And again, it's like just taking a classic white button down, and it feels a little more elevated with these embroidery pieces. You can also just do a normal white button down, especially around like these holidays, wintry months. It still feels very formal, very fancy. I have loads of good white button down options. So I like this one. I think it's great. And if you're thrifting, like look for these little details too, like something unique to kind of like level up the classic button down. I think it's going to be a fall and winter staple. As for me and my fashion, I will be wearing skirts all season long. These, I feel like I kind of really wasn't a huge skirt fan, probably because I had to wear a skirt every single freaking day from middle school through high school at my school. It was very Rory Gilmore. And I just didn't like love it, you know what I mean? But I definitely think young adult years, I kind of started popping off with a skirt. I think for fall and winter, these are definitely like a great item to have. Again, it still feels feminine. You could like pair a more form-fitting skirt like this faux leather kind of crocodile patterned one with like a big chunky oversized sweater, and then like have really small flats or little wedges or mules on the bottom and your hair in a bun. Like that silhouette of like, small hair, bigger outfit, small ankle, the little like balance ratio. I think that would be really pretty. You can also do the opposite of having like a big giant skirt like this one. This is the brand Knox Rose. Thrifted this in Maine last year, this big red one. And you could do that with like a white tank top, some gold or silver jewelry, long hair, and then like big sneakers, like kind of make more of a triangle silhouette with yourself. A lot of fun. I definitely think I'm going to keep these in my fall and winter rotation. I think skirts should just stay in the rotation like all year long. Now again, you can get colds, maybe you'll wear tights with it, but I don't know. Not wearing pants is just always fun. All right, I have to turn this around to keep the light going. Don't judge me, but I definitely have a lot of neutral, like, summer dresses that I'm gonna keep in my closet for fall. I think the fall vibe, everyone knows, like, those more muted tones, desaturated colors. It's like, it's the time and it's the season. This is a dress from Zara I bought in Italy, I think, a couple years ago. That sounded like a flex. It really wasn't. It was just like really cheap and I needed something. Thrifted this one. It's kind of like a black and tan checker. This looks great as like a skirt. So you could pop a giant sweater over this, wear this with like heels or sneakers in the fall season. It's like cozy and casual, which is something else I love to do in the fall is like wear a dress with a sweater on top. It just feels really fun. This one I thrifted. It's from a Target brand, A New Day. This one I got secondhand from my friend. It's Calvin Klein. This one like kind of shows your form a little bit. So that's why she was like, I feel uncomfortable with it. But I was like, I'll take it. I'll take it. This one I got at a clothing swap. It's Falls Creek. Guys, am I insane? I have like 12 dresses of the same exact like beige mom shade. This one I thrifted. I really like it because it's just kind of cozy cottagecore vibes. Again, do I have a problem, or am I actually saving the world because everything's secondhand? You let me know. When it comes to shoes and footwear in the fall, I don't know. I definitely feel like fall is the time for like the knee-high boot, for the little like mini boots. I still do a lot of sneakering. These are the kind of shoes that I struggle with bringing into winter. They're like mules and clogs and things that you wouldn't wear socks with. I love the look of these always. But again, in the winter, like if you're cold, especially if you live in the Midwest, it's like not the time to be running around without little socks on. Like you need kind of some footwear that's going to be comfortable and keep you warm. So I'm going to keep these out on my like outer, closet, but there's not like, I don't know, there's no guarantee I'm going to wear them all winter long. I could box these up, get them out of sight for the season, but you never know when you might need one or if it's a warm day or something. But these are something that usually when it comes this time, I would just trade out. I think the same can be said about anything open-toed. Not necessarily going to like put this in storage, but it's like, how much am I going to be wearing an open-toed shoe now that it's like getting colder? These are my Croc sandals, guys. These are literally freaking Crocs, and I've worn these for years. They're actually getting pretty worn down on the front. I wear these to weddings. I wear these out with dresses. I love these sandals so much, and I want to get another pair in a different color because I love these. Could not recommend them enough. Crocs, you can sponsor me. Thanks. Earlier this year, I think the Data But Make It Fashion account predicted that maroon was going to be one of the colors of the year. I fully agree. I think this color, well, you can tell I agree. I actually have it on my nails. I have a kind of maroon vest on right now, and this dress that I just thrifted. I don't know if this is, again, like a one-size-fits-all color, but I definitely wanted to bring a little more than just plain neutrals, browns, blacks, and grays and creams into my very beige fall closet at times. So I really wanted to actually like tap into this a little bit. I think this color works decently on my skin tone, which is another reason why I got it. Thrifted this for $6. It's a very simple dress. I can, again, toss a sweater on, which is such a power move these times, or I can wear it, as a full dress and with like a cute little jacket and some boots or something like that. Could be cute. But I do think like maybe keep an eye out for maroon and more of those rust and warmer tones to make a comeback. I think the past couple years we've done a lot of like monochrome stuff, beige mom stuff, Gen Z purple, but I think we're kind of making a edge towards more bold colors, maybe more warm colors, and things like even just unexpected colors like cobalt blue and chartreuse, like a lime green, I think are making a comeback as well. So again, this is all relative to like your style and goals anyway, but I think those colors in general in fashion are coming back. They're coming back, people. Now, another closet staple for the fall and winter is the classic turtleneck. This one I just thrifted. The brand is Billabong. Don't think I've ever bought from them before. But it's super cute. It had little flowers on it. I was like, why not? I love a good turtleneck. I'm a huge turtleneck fan. I basically look like Steve Jobs in the winter. I love, having at least a black one and maybe another like cream, gray. I have a brown one. Just like one or two extra neutral turtlenecks on hand. You don't have to spend a lot of money on those. You could go a little fancier and get them from like Land's End if you want like a nicer quality with a good touch. You could go pretty inexpensive and get them from Target brands. You don't have to go very far, I think, to find a nice turtleneck. Even Zara probably has some decent ones. Again, as someone who loves sustainable fashion, it's hard for me to gauge like if that's the right move or not. But I love a good turtleneck. I think it'd be a good staple. You can always pair that with jeans. You could have it be a turtleneck sweater and like, kind of ruche it up with a belt and a skirt. Turtlenecks just look great. You look great. You look like Lorelai Gilmore. You wear your leather jacket with it. You're golden. Another thing to look for in this fall and winter season are the big bags. I know small bags are in, but come on. To me, it's a little more practical to be walking around with a big bag, and I would love to predict the trend of a double bag. I had two purses, like two nice leather bags the other day when I was walking around town. I was like, this is kind of a vibe. I want to see more of like the double or even triple bag thing happen. not to be like gluttonous, but just like it feels kind of like you would when you'd be shopping. You'd be like wearing lots of bags, like having lots of things that you're holding, but like having like something crisscross, like a body strap bag or even a fanny pack with a purse, or just having two purses on one shoulder. I don't know. It was like, I don't know, it was kind of the vibe. It was kind of fun. But I definitely am a big fan of the larger bag. It's practical. You can put a bunch of stuff in it. What's not to love? Now, of course, last but definitely not least, one of the most iconic staple pieces for fall and winter that I'm definitely going to have in my closet rotation this season, leather jackets. Leather jackets. Excuse me. I have been on the hunt the last couple seasons for the perfect Lorelai Gilmore jacket, and I think I finally have my collection in place. I was very happy to thrift this one. It's from the brand Avinti New York. No idea who they are, but it's a brown, like a chocolate brown leather jacket. Beautiful, genuine leather. I thrifted this last fall, I think for like 25 bucks. I thrifted a black one that's very similar. It's like a woman's pleated leather jacket for 45, which is a little more expensive, but if you think about like genuine leather and how long it's gonna last, you're just investing in yourself. And then this jacket, we have a bit of a mystery about. Brand is Covington. It says small or children's. It's definitely like an older brand, like it might be, you know, from the 80s or something, from the 70s. But the thing is, I think that we got this jacket from my aunt and uncle who were like, hey, we have this extra jacket. Do you want it? I like swear that that's how this got into my closet. Ian says that this jacket came from him and that this is from his childhood, and one of his family members was like, hey, here's a leather jacket. Do you want it? I don't know how this got into my closet. It's definitely more like bulky, like biker style, men's approved jacket. Like Ian could wear it if he's wearing like a t-shirt and it's a little oversized on me. We don't know how it came to us, but I'm glad it's here. Because this with like a white sweater or a white t-shirt and some jeans and mules, like, or loafers, like this is like a classic, like a black oversized biker jacket. Quite the vibe, especially for fall and winter. All right, I was gonna like actually organize my closet while we were doing this video, but I'll just have to do that now. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope this was a little helpful for you. And quick note, again, if you are someone who cares about sustainable fashion and a little more want to shop a little more ethically when you're doing so, I definitely don't recommend you go out and get all these pieces that I mentioned, right? You don't have to go and shop must-haves for fall or must-haves for this season. You really don't. Like, you can just be content with the closet you have, and that's beautiful. You can, if you want some of these items, go check out your local thrift store. Make a list of a couple that are a little more of a day trip's distance away. Go spend a Saturday morning doing something like that. Grab a friend, go get coffee, go walk around to Goodwill. I don't ever want to share all this to be like telling you to go overconsume and go spend a bunch of money on stuff that you may or may not like in a few months or years. These are just my recommendations because I have spent a lot of time like kind of finding my style, finding my 3 words that go into like what the vibes are that I want to be giving out into the world. And I know that these are not only looks that I'm really excited to have in my wardrobe that I'm actually going to wear, but also like they kind of match that criteria for like a timeless wardrobe is something that I'm working towards. So less trendy, more evergreen is kind of my goal. Whatever your goals are, you know, feel free to get to them however you want to when it comes to fashion. But I never ever want to force you guys to think like, you're not wearing maroon and leather jackets, so ugly. Like, that's not what we're trying to do here. I hope that you find the right way to kind of complete your fall wardrobe this season, or if it's already complete, that you style the poop out of what is in your closet and just have a fun time getting dressed. I hope this brought you a little joy today. Let me know if you guys have any questions or actually do want any links or anything. I have a couple sustainable fashion brands I would love to recommend your way. And other than that, we will see you later. Enjoy your fall season, guys. Bye. And beware of AI robots.